What is up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Omnifactory. I hope everybody's doing alright. I'm doing good, but at the same time, there's been some things that have been happening on the stream that made me a little bit mad. Not mad, just disappointed that we spent so much time on doing these things over here when they're completely useless. So this thing produces 8,192 EU a tick, which is 32,000. This thing here produces 3,700 millibucket of steam, when this thing produces 2,000. And this thing here produced 6,100 and something RF a tick, EU a tick, which is about 24,000. And, well, if we go up by a couple of blocks, and we go in here, one of these makes 20,000. Because we did upgrade them to the signalum level, because now that we have the tungsten, which I have been running like crazy. So over here, what I've been doing, I put the tungstate in there, in my chest. This is just a column of hydrogen. And pretty much it turns the tungstate into tungsten. And if we look, tungsten, yeah, I've got more that I could put in there, but yeah, tungsten steel, 8,753. I was at 9,000, close to 10,000 just before, but as you can see, I've got a couple of things in my inventory that are going to be useful. First of all, let me show you some things. We removed some of the things over here. We did this. So we've got a bunch of fiber reinforced circuits. We've got more fiber reinforced circuits over here. They're pretty much going to be useful eventually to make those. But that also means we need to make the tier 2 miner to get radon. Not like the one in the other game, Fallout. It's something else. So yeah, all the nano CPUs we've used, we've placed them over here, and like we've been making a lot of CPU circuits thingy, and it's kind of cool. It works. Over here, pretty much this is my current setup for this. I'm pretty sure I'm missing this. Yes. So this was my setup for Lumium and for signalum, but at the moment I'm only doing it for Lumium. I do need to automate this thing, but it's going to be something that I want to talk about just after. So yeah, pretty much this thing, the epoxy, you put it with the raw carbon, gives you the fiber, and over here raw fiber with copper foil, copper coil. Yeah, it goes in there, and this is going to give you your things. Pretty much over here we've got a couple of things, nothing too crazy. One thing, though, that I've been currently doing is replacing cables with this over here. So these are all signalum. They can carry 512,000, 524,000. Over here, we've got the old ones. I'm trying something. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'm trying to use a P2P channel to pass the power. Instead of having like 2 cables going along, we've got one, and there's the giant battery bank over here that is connected to the system. It can do 900,000 output, and we kind of connect it to this. By the way, anybody knows how to... Oh, maybe I kind of fixed it. Yeah, I fixed it. Okay, so because in the configuration, you can have input, output, or disable. You can have like nothing. That just doesn't work. So if we do this, now it's fine. Perfect. Okay, just need to hit it with a hammer. But yeah, so with all the things that we did for power, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the route we go until we get to like supreme power. I don't know. I don't really know tiers exactly. Over here, I've upgraded all of these with tungsten steel. As you take a lot of material. These over here, they're just staying like this because it's just stuff that doesn't really need to be quick. We could up this to HV instead, and I think it would turn out to be okay. Over here, I've got multi-smelters. I do want to automate these better. Well, automate these because they're actually not automated. They do a stack every 6 seconds, 5-6 seconds to do one stack of items, so it's pretty good. Over here, I've got something for phenol, but it's currently being not done. And the reason for this is because I changed the recipe to bisphenol and epichlorine to make the epoxy. And epoxy, I think we're doing all right. The real problem at the moment is really chlorine. This thing gives salt water, so I put it here. So currently I turn this off. But I think I'm just going to need to make more or upgrade the tier of the machines to something that's going to make it work faster. Because this thing is not fast enough. Yeah, we also made this. So with all this being said and done, what do we need to do now? Well, I wanted to do into IV because I know that the machines are better, and also eventually when we want to treat all the materials that we're going to get from the miner, we do want to put them into IV machines because at this level they will always give us the second output, which is something that is quite important for us. But at the moment, this is not what we want to do. What we want to do is simply make more machines for automation for AE. Eventually, I kind of want to do something else. Oh yeah, we kind of erased stuff from existence. What I want to do eventually is with these crafting CPU, I'm going to have like a bunch of drawers over here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have export bus with level emitter next to them. And what it's going to do is it's going to call the crafting related to these items into one of the machines that we're going to have around here. So it's always going to keep a certain amount, but that's going to mean that we're going to need kind of a couple machines over here. Probably going to do one for materials that go into the EBF, the electric blast furnace, and this is going to help. And to keep a couple of the materials that we might need, because, like, let's say for tungsten steel, we need a lot, but we can't use all the tungsten to make it, because we can also make tungsten smitrin, tungsten carbide, this one that's also going to be needed. So that's why we don't just want to use all the tungsten for one thing. So with this technique, it's kind of going to use the EBF for one crafting until it cannot anymore. And it's not just going to leave the items in there because let's say the drawers can take 8,000 items, 8,192, we're going to say keep 8,000. So that way, even if it makes one or two more, it's still going to have under the limit of the items that can be in there. And also, we're going to have a drawer controller that's going to be connected to the system so that we can access all these things and not have to worry about crafting them all the time on demand. Instead, we're going to have them. So I think this is a much better approach, but it needs a little bit more thinking than anything else. But right now, what we want to do is break some blocks. So these blocks over here, let's break a little bit more. What are they going to do? Well, first of all, they're going to have a CEF right over here. And it does seem to be carrying power, so that's pretty cool. This thing will have some flux capacitor. I'm going to put them in there, but for the moment, we're just going to leave it like this. So, we're going to need some cables. I think, yeah, okay, I've got 6. It's pretty good because I think I needed 5. But I'm going to need more rubber. That is 100% sure that I'm going to need more rubber. So let's grab ourselves, like, I think 2 might be good. There we go. So we got 2 of those. And at the moment, I need to make my cables in here. Oh, okay. Maybe we didn't need that amount. But yeah, okay, so these are going to be enveloped, and it's going to be good. So there we go, we got the 5, and if you don't know these, you don't really need to have like the super thing and everything, but they're pretty good. So there we go, 5 up, and that is awesome. We've got 7 extruders. So what does that mean? Well, let's mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 5 alloy smelter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we've got 1 cluster mill. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need, so at the moment, it's 1 cluster mill. So there we go. So now they're connected, but we need to put the items in and remove the items. So we're going to do a similar way we do the other things. And what we're going to have is we're going to have some of these cables running along one side as such, and the same thing like over here. And on the other side, we're going to have 1 cable coming out to grab all the items and send them back to the system with just an interface connected at the bottom. So that's going to be the way we're going to do this. And pretty much now I just need to connect everything, place the interface, because of course interfaces are important. They're going to be made like these. And the way they're going to be connected is simply by putting them straight on the machines, like such. And this one over here. Oh, I wished I had one more so I could put at the bottom. But yeah, so if you look at the extruder, there's a couple of different ones, so that's why we need to kind of have these. I might have been able to just rename the interface. I think it would have been a little bit easier to understand later on. But for the moment, I think it's good. This one has that, so this one here can have this one. Let's put like the 3 cables over here. Even if we don't need them right away, they're going to be useful in the long run. So that's quite nice. This one, though, we need, because every time you make a piston, you need one of the tiny shape thing. So that is awesome. All right, and well, for the blast furnace, I'm going to check, and the reason we have 5 is simply to have them be able to work at the same time. That also means that we're probably going to need to have more CPUs going on, but the plan is to have like all this floor being done. So I think it's going to be fine. I might be like just putting 1 tiny one here, 2, 1, just so that it fits. And these, normally they're going to go all the way across on each side. These things are going to go. Without a problem in the world, they're going to go. One thing I wanted to make, I'm not sure I have the materials for it. Yeah, I'm missing this. So, oh yeah, I just been kicked out because it happened again. That all this disconnected, so I did what I talked about. And I placed a timer with a repeater on a system, so it just removes it from the system and replaces it. But my batteries are at the bottom, so it cuts my system off every time. It's not the best. It's not the best. But yeah, so this thing, we needed tungsten steel ring, which I thought I kind of did. Turns out I did not. But if I connect my machine, I'll be able to do it from the AE system. So let me do this, and after that we'll look into making mixers. So after plugging all the machines in, it's kind of to the point where I need to make the mixer because, well, it's pretty much something that we will need, and that's for sure. So I was thinking of making 2, maybe? 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 could work. Because it is used quite a lot to make a couple of things like that we will need in the future. If we look, like the stainless steel can be done, the Cantal, the iridium, the brass, the bronze. Well, for things like brass, we won't do this because, well, you can literally do it here. But there's more things like the black, like these things here. The mana-infused metal, the manulin, the red steel to ardite. These kind of things need to be done into a mixer. So I'm not sure I need 5, but it might be an idea. So let's see, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 2 for the moment. Okay, let's do 2, and then we're going to see if we need more. So, all right, let's go see how connected this. One thing is this thing drains a lot of power. If it starts all at the same time, I do not have enough power in my system to make this work. So, alright, we're going to put the two things here. We're going to grab this here and click these two. The output is done, and now these things are going to be connected to this one. So that is perfect. So over here, I've already placed that. I've already placed this one. And at the top, I placed this one. But if we look at the small gear, there's not a lot, but pretty much all of them can be made into the blast furnace, except Darm Stadium, it seems, but this one's not really a real one. But yes, as you can see, it's here and it takes 4 seconds. If you do it in here, it takes 64 AU 6.5. Over here, it's 16.4. So that means that this one would be done way quicker in the alloy smelter. The thing is it needed? How many things are we going to put in the alloy smelter? Because the alloy smelter is really where things gets a little bit fancy, and that we need to really get. Now, this one might seem strange, but there's some of them that seems to only be able to do in the extruder or in these over here. So that is why I've got one with extruder, just to do the tiny one that don't fit in there. And during the stream, it happened a bunch of times that I needed to come here, remove that just for it to be able to make a freaking plate. I kind of wish they were all be able to make them in the compactor because, well, that's kind of the place where they should go. But it doesn't happen all the time, so can't really do any magic over there. But alright, so we got the mixer. That's good. Now I just need to put recipes in there, so I don't really care about that. But let's look at the alloy smelter. Just for the number of recipe to go in there. There's 221. So I do know that eventually there's going to be a mold stuff, but I want to do this automatically. So I don't want this thing to be something that we craft. So copper nickel, just copper nickel, and these kind of things. The red alloy we already automate, so we could put the recipe, but it's not going to be there. But the thing is, you can see how much of these things are being made in here. Of course, there's a lot of them that are plates. We don't do them. There's a lot of them that are doublons, doublons. I know the words in French, they're doubles. So they're just the same material, but in dust and other things form. So I don't need to click, I can scroll, I forgot. So yeah, here to make blocks, we don't need that. Okay, so the small gears, the one that I was telling about. So here, DME glass. This is one thing that could be cool to have. And here, there's all of those upgrades, which they're not needed because we can't really do anything with them. The speed upgrade might be one, though. This is to make, I think, the chunk loader. So, and these are the ones that are important. Steel, already making it. Dark steel, already making it. Electrical steel, soul steel, and steel. All these things are important. The thing, though, is we're already making them. So I might have another recipe in case I end up needing more than the amount that I already have. But it shouldn't really be needed. Then, of course, oh, there we go. Perfect. There's these machines, which are pretty nice to get. And there's these, which I need to show you. I keep forgetting. It's been up for about a week. And so I tried the fire water and it wouldn't work. So I did it my way, that I've always done it. And it's blazing pyrotium, but you need to break bedrock. So the way you do this is you have a piston, you put a draconic on top, and you look at your render distance. If you're in single player, the thing you can do is go into option, and video settings, you can put this to like 2. So that's going to make it that you only need to go 2 chunks away to deactivate the piston. So what you do is you have a block, a redstone torch, the piston on top, and then you have the egg on top of where you want to do a hole. Then you run redstone all the way until you cannot see the piston anymore. And then you click the lever, release the lever, and then the egg is going to be a 1 block below, creating a hole. And the reason for this is because pyrotium will put blocks on fire at the same level it is. So if you put it one above, it's not going to place things on fire. You could use the fire water thingy, but it has 2%. This thing has 50%. So I'm thinking this is more efficient, and we've got 76,258 over here in about a week. So I think it's pretty good. And, you know, this thing's kind of used for a couple of things. So it's pretty nice. I don't know why there's a recipe for this. There's no use for it. The soul machine's pretty good. Could make more farming station and these kind of stuff. But yeah, this is pretty nice. It's my way of automating it. If you want to use it, it's up to you. The fire water also works quite nicely. Okay, so now I need to automate this. So currently this thing, it's going to be quite easy to automate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an ender chest here. An ender chest here, and an ender chest there, and an ender chest here. No, input, output. Okay, so ender chest here, ender chest here. This one goes into the system, the one goes here, and it's going to split it between the two, and then it's going to put it out. So that's going to be the way it's going to be done. So let's look at ender chest. So we're going to need like this one, and like let's take these two with red dye just because we're burning stuff. Okay, so this one is this. So I'm not sure if red is used. We're going to see. Yes, it is. Okay, so what about you? You're not used. Perfect. You win. This is how we work. I wanted to make like a spreadsheet with all of those, but sometimes I use them and I just don't really... Oh, wait, no, we use this here, so it's going to be different. What are the colors? They start by black here. So we're going to do black, red, red. Okay, so dye. Let's grab 2. Let's grab 4. Oh, I hate that I can't put one back. All right, so... Oh, yeah, and 2 diamonds. There we go. See, this one here, this one there. Okay, maybe I didn't need that many. But, perfect. So, we're going to need an interface. I'm doing this setup with you guys. It's rare that I do that, so, enjoy. Oh, okay, we need to craft another interface. I kind of like the fact that I can just ask for one and it works. All right, and then we're going to come here the corner. We're going to put that there and say this one is Gregtech furnace. Okay, then we can put that here, let's say here at the top. And we're going to put this one right in front. So now things are going to be able to go in. And then with this one, we're going to be able to put things out. So we're going to put this one over here. All right, we're going to grab some of those cables. There it is. Perfect. So these are going to insert, this thing export. I don't have much more upgrades, so I guess I'm going to put 4 in here. Let's put all of them in the input. The output is just going to be slower. All right, and then we're going to have the output over here, turning into the chest that goes into the storage. So there we go. Boom. Boom. Perfect. So, what can I do now? Well, what I can do is something that is really important because I've been running out of it quite intensively. So the thing is, wrought iron. I'm running out of freaking wrought iron. So wrought iron is going to be a little bit different. So the recipe is calling for like a 1-to-1. But we won't do that. We're going to do 1 stack to 1 stack. Just because we can. Alright, and then this is going to go in furnace right over here. Okay, so this is pretty cool. The thing we can do as well is... I'm actually not sure. Can we do the crafting... to make it work. So the card crafting, this is the thing that I'm not sure. Okay, let's just do card. It's gonna put all of them there. Capacity crafting card. This is the one I want to try. Okay, and we're gonna go to the hangar, and where steel is. Oh, this is true. This is not the way we're doing this. I don't want to break a machine, but I kind of need to reach the one in the middle. Oh boy, I didn't think of this. Okay, I guess we're going to break a machine. I think this might work. Let's see, are we going to see a wrought iron coming here? I'm not sure about this one. Come on, show me wrought iron. Doesn't seem to. Oh wait, no. This thing is working. So maybe. Oh yeah, it is. It is working. Awesome. Alright. So this thing is going to ask for wrought iron when it needs it. So that is awesome. So this is the kind of things you can do to make things go quicker. So now this thing's going to fill in with wrought iron? Come on. Come on, fill in. Oh. Dang it, I forgot. This thing had this in there. Oh, okay. Filter. It was wrought iron, carbon. Oh, transfer, keep exact. Carbon, dust. Oh, wait, it's on extract, right? Yeah, import. Come on, do it. Just do it! Keep 1 in 1, item filter, keep exact, import. Huh. Why is it not working? This thing's kind of weird. Alright, well, let me figure it out. Stupid export side. So you can't import from the export side unless you click it, so I just had to wrench it at the bottom. But yeah, this thing now is working. I'm just going to put those in there. Just that's where to go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that means that when it needs it, it's going to ask our smelter to do it. And that's awesome. That is exactly what I want. It's pretty much the way I want things to be done. Just asking other machines to do their own stuff. That way there's less actual interaction between me and things. That's always nice when you can have things without doing things. Ooh. Why are we using 100,000 RF a tick? That's the thing I don't know. That's fine. I guess I just need to do this bigger. Because at the moment, what we've got, 14 times 2, that's 28, so that's 280,000 RF a tick here. And I'm pretty sure eventually this room is going to be full of that. Just because it's OP as heck. So it's probably going to be the way it is. But, guys, I know it might not be much, but that's kind of a lot because I can do like a bunch of crafting. Next episode, I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to make a bunch of assemblers for EV, but I need to make the tier 6 circuits. So that's going to be the part that's going to be a little bit hard. I just need to do a bunch of craftings. And after this, we're going to be pretty much set up to do pretty much anything. We're going to be going up, up, and up. And also we're going to have to set up this. So I think we've got a pretty good week set ahead of us. And this is a pretty good start. It doesn't look like much if you ask me. I know sometimes we can do more, but I think this is pretty good. Maybe eventually I'll just have big pillars of one machines. But that is going to be it for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. If you really loved it, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll see you next time. In the depth of hell.